The Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea has finally dried up.
The Dead Sea has finally dried up. The Dead Sea is disappearing. The Dead Sea is a body of water that has been around for thousands of years. It is in the middle of the Middle East, between Jordan and Israel. But recently, something strange has been happening to this natural wonder, making many people scratch their heads and wonder if it still exists. The Dead Sea's water levels have been gradually going down, leaving a path of chaos and destruction in its wake. A body of water that used to be full of life is now going down into the darkness. The water, which used to be bright blue, is now a dark brown color, as if it were poisoned by an unknown force. The air around it is thick and stuffy, and the quiet is almost too loud to hear. It's as if the Dead Sea has lost all of its life. But what is causing the water levels to drop so quickly and so much? Is it due to pollution and climate change, or is it something else? Some people say that the countries around the Dead Sea are to blame because they take the water for their own use, leaving the Dead Sea to dry up and die. Others think it's due to how the temperature is changing, which is destroying the natural world. Others, however, think it's the result of a curse or hex put on the once thriving body of water by a supernatural force. The absence of the Dead Sea and the arrival of something frightening have shocked scientists and the general public alike. And what will happen to this amazing natural thing? Will it be able to get back on its feet after this crisis, or will it keep going downhill? Come with us as we look into the mysteries of the Dead Sea and try to find out why it is shrinking. The Dead Sea is a body of water that has so much life in it that it's dying. It's not like any other body of water. It's a unique natural and biological beauty that has fascinated people for thousands of years. But what is so great about the Dead Sea? To find out, we need to look at its long and complicated past, including its cultural and religious importance, its natural wonders, and the environmental problems that threaten its existence. First, let's think about what the Dead Sea means in religious and cultural terms. The Dead Sea is a holy place for Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. It is a place of travel and prayer that has been the subject of tales and stories for thousands of years. In the Bible, the Dead Sea is called the Salt Sea or the Sea of Arabah, and it is linked to many important people and events, such as the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, the Exodus, and Jesus' baptism. But the Dead Sea is more than just a place where stories and myths are told. It's also a place with a lot of natural beauty. Its salty lake is 10 times saltier than the ocean and has a unique environment of plants and animals that have adapted to its harsh conditions. The Dead Sea has a very active environment, from the salt-loving algae that make the water pink to the groups of birds that come to eat the bright shrimp. But now there is a threat to this careful balance of life. The Dead Sea is having many natural problems, such as water loss, pollution, and climate change, which have caused its water levels to drop greatly. As a result, the coast is shrinking and the land is becoming a barren area. Let's delve into the reasons behind this phenomenon and the unexpected findings that have emerged as a result. The famous Dead Sea slowly drying up, causing terrible effects on the environment and nearby towns, is sad. Let's delve into the reasons behind this phenomenon and the unexpected findings that have emerged as a result. The Dead Sea dries up because of what? Climate change is one of the main causes, as it has led to less rain and higher temperatures in the area. Also, taking water from the Jordan River for farming and industry has made the problem worse and is causing the Dead Sea to lose water at a frightening rate. The drying up of the Dead Sea has a wide-ranging impact. Sinkholes have formed as a result of the shoreline shrinking, which poses a threat to infrastructure and human safety. The loss of water has also caused the salt concentration in the Dead Sea to rise, killing all the plants and animals that used to thrive there. People whose lives depend on the sea are affected by this loss of biodiversity, which has an impact on the environment as a whole. But the Dead Sea's drying up has also led to some interesting finds. It's like nature is saying, out with the old, in with the even older. As the water has gone down, old artifacts and buildings have been revealed. This has given us new information about the past of the area. Archaeologists have uncovered everything from Bronze Age buildings to old books, which has given researchers important new information about the people who used to live near the Dead Sea. The story of the Dead Sea drying up is a sad one of natural damage and loss, but it also gives us a unique chance to learn about the past. Researchers and archaeologists now have access to areas that were once underwater as the sea recedes, leading to a plethora of new findings and insights. The Dead Sea's diminishing waves have revealed a strange world of natural shapes and strange life forms. As the water levels go down, a new world is appearing. This shows how powerful nature is and how it can change the world around us. As the Dead Sea has shrunk, what natural features have been uncovered? The salt rocks are one of the most interesting parts. They look like a frozen environment with sharp peaks and valleys. These structures, called salt pillars, are made when water disappears, leaving behind layers of salt that build up slowly over time. But the Dead Sea is also revealing underground tunnels and valleys that were hidden before. The power of water to shape the earth is shown by these features. Over millions of years, water has carved out complex and beautiful scenery. As the Dead Sea's water level goes down, it's revealing a whole new world of life. Scientists have found a variety of extremophiles, or creatures that thrive in hard habitats, despite the tough conditions. Some of these are bacteria and algae that like salt, as well as a variety of animals and even fish. One of the most interesting is the so-called Dead Sea spider, a species of water spider that has adapted to the harsh conditions of the sea. This little guy is a real fighter because he can live in water with a lot of salt and not much air. It can thrive in an environment that would kill most other animals thanks to its unique abilities. The finding of these strange forms of life raises important questions about where life on Earth came from and whether it could exist on other worlds. What other extreme settings might be able to support life if life can thrive in the Dead Sea's hard and unfriendly conditions? But the appearance of these new types of life isn't without problems. As the salt content in the water rises, it creates a toxic environment for many species, leading to a drop in biodiversity and harming the Dead Sea's delicate ecosystem. The Dead Sea is drying up, which is a stark warning of how fragile our planet is. The impact of climate change and human activity on one of the world's most unique and valuable ecosystems is becoming increasingly evident as water levels continue to fall. What does the fact that the Dead Sea is drying up tell us about how our planet is doing? The Dead Sea sends a clear message to people. Help, I'm drying up. And we should all pay attention, because this isn't just a small problem. It's a sign of a bigger natural issue that touches all of us. Whether we take too many resources or pollute too much, the effects of our acts can be felt all over the world. But scientists and people who care about the environment are not doing nothing. In order to better understand the impact of the Dead Sea's declining water levels and to come up with ways to lessen the damage, study is still being conducted there. Scientists are trying to solve the mysteries of this unique environment by looking at the impact on local people and the changing flora and geography. The Dead Sea is drying up, which is a strong warning of how important it is to protect our planet and its natural resources. It's a call to action to take immediate steps to reduce our carbon output, protect our water supplies, and protect our fragile ecosystems. We need to take action to protect our planet for future generations and learn from what happened at the Dead Sea.